it's supposed to feel.
Alright, can't be fucked painting everything, so I decided I'm going to wrap the car. It's got all wide body bits, which I'll be able to do separately. That's the wrap. It's called Gloss Green Envy. Looks deeper green in person. And then these are the tools. X-Acto knife, squeegee, magnets, isopropyl alcohol, spares, knifeless tape, and a heat gun, and microfiber cloths. Let's see how we go. Alright, why vinyl wrap? Well, let's have a look at the colours. The colours you can get are just crazy. For someone like me who can't paint, I don't have any good painting gear or anything like that, this is the next easiest option to get a really good result. Go for a good brand, get 3M or Hexus, they're probably the two biggest and most forgiving for beginners. So how much did it cost? So a 20-meter roll by 1.5 meters wide, that was only $1,436. Yeah, so you spend a bit of money on the wrap, but apart from a heat gun, there's no other sort of big costs. So if you've already got a decent heat gun that you can do temp control with, this will, you'll probably get change out of $1,600, which is perfect. These are probably some of the tips I wish I got before I started doing this. I watched a few YouTube videos, but obviously not enough. So I'm going to run over the things I learned really quickly with my ghetto overhead mount. Let's go over the wrap. 2080 wrap. So you got your backing layer, the adhesive vinyl, and then there's a protective layer over the vinyl, just a protective clear wrap. When you're ready for heating, peel the whole thing off. Usually you'll peel the back off, stick it to whatever you're going to stick it to. Squeegee, you want to do basically 50% coverage of where you've just gone every single time on the new one. And you sort of work from the middle out. Quick wipe. Alright, always clean. Well, you say it's a bonnet, right? Clean the top thoroughly, obviously. What's really important as well though is underneath, all around the bottom of whatever panel you're doing, where you're going to stick vinyl over to. Basically you need to make sure it's as clean as possible around there, otherwise the vinyl will slowly start to peel off and disappear. So yeah, clean, just using a flat bench for this. You can tack it down and light pressure won't activate it too much, but as soon as you start to press hard, you'll really struggle to actually get it off. Alright, so in this example I'm going to show you what happens when you don't squeegee enough over the whole thing and do overlapping. So we'll start on this one, we'll push out to the edges. So on this side. Now I'm deliberately not going to press too hard on this middle bit here, but I will still sort of do the rest of it out there. Alright, so even with a light press over, watch what happens with a heat gun. Alright, that's why you got to be very, very thorough with your strokes. So you want to do that. Make sure you do 50% overlap on the previous one. Little air bubbles, push them out to the edges. Go on your next line. Anyway, so we've gone over the whole thing. We're happy with it. You heat it up. So we're at 100 degrees. Really activate that glue now. See, no bumps, nothing. Watch how hard it is to rip off now. This stuff will pick up anything out of the air and start sticking to it. So if you take too long, it will completely lose its sticky properties. All right, so that bit I left on the table, only about two hours. It's completely lost its stick. All it is basically sticky tape with a bit of string in it. And it just does a really nice clean cut. So I'm just going to demo it. Stick it down onto whatever surface you're using, where you want the cut to be. Right, so I've had better results when I pull the string out, hold down the bit, and there you have your nice clean cut. So the knifeless tape can also be used to cut pretty intricate shapes, as demonstrated here.
Say, like, we hate each other, we gotta fight, we gotta duke it out man to man. We're only gonna use our hands.
That'll
That's
find
it.
your cuts.
What ultimate fighting is,
That
it's the actual
will
sport
find your
of fighting.
cuts.
It encompasses all aspects of fighting. At the same time that the acting gives you time to dry up.
So I'd recommend on flat panels first for the 180. I started on the boot, then I did the roof, and then with a friend I did the bonnet. First little bit is done, but the paint's not perfect under it, so there's going to be bumps and definitely got some wrinkles. So that's probably just from not pulling it enough. I didn't really pull it at all. I just tried to squeegee it out. But lesson learned. These will be cut out for where the wing goes. Also shows up every fucking blemish. These are rusty bits under the car. But all that's hidden. So that's okay. I might watch some more videos on how the fuck to do this, but not bad. Before you start, just get yourself a bit. This one's 200mm long. Find something fixed. Alright. Alright, we're going to say that's 100mm. So that's half of it on there. I'm just going to squeegee it so it actually sticks to the table. So I can show you where the stretch limit is. So, and that's about as far as you want to go. Well, alright, we'll pull off the protective layer. Alright, so that was, so we had 100mm overhang, and it's sitting at about 225 now. So you can stretch, so that's over 100mm. Over 100mm, we stretch that 25mm. Say you have stretched it too much, these basically self-heal with heat. There's definitely some stuff on this table still. I probably should have cleaned it. But you can see how you just work it out with your fingers as well. Alright. See if I missed anything. A lot of those bumps, because we pulled it on and off of things, this is like the third life of this poor bit of vinyl. But we're back to what, 203 to 205? So good thing to know. Wish I knew these before I fucking did mine. Alright, quick progress update. I tried to do the spoiler and it got bad crinkles, so probably gonna have to revisit this bit a bit later. But since then, we've also done a door flawlessly. Wow, as good as you're gonna get. And then the bonnet. Thanks to my mate Sash, it's a fucking lot easier with two people. But yeah, no wrinkles, no bumps, no nothing. Yeah. So that's where we're at. And then now we're going to do the rear quarter on the car. We're trying to get one side done today. So we'll see where we go. So for big panels, working as a team is pretty crucial. I'd say working as a team for any panel makes it a lot quicker as well. And the easiest way to do it is we just started from the center and worked our way out. All right. Starting to look pretty cool now. So, what have we learned? Do a little split and you'll save a lot of wrinkles. We still got a few in there, but it's nothing like this. That's horrible. So we're gonna redo this later. How good? We did that panel, this panel, underneath both of them on the actual car. There, underneath the door, the whole door. Oh, and we did the bonnet. So we should have one full side done today. And hopefully both bumpers. Yes?
Nope.
So the front and rear bar, I'd budget 3 to 5 hours for each of them. And I'd recommend, if you can, like I was saying, break it into smaller segments, because one piece with that much detail is extremely hard to do, especially if it's your first time. Alright, we did the rear bar. The rear bar was emotional, to say the least. It took us how long?
Too long. 3 hours.
3 hours. 3 hours, and it's probably the top's good, the bottom got a bit crinkly. Just too much material. But yeah, that and this one. And I think we're probably gonna call it a day. Yeah. Alright, what have we done? So, that piece, the back piece, side skirt underneath, well, the body line, complete with some big old door dents that I didn't take out. Also did the mirrors. Learnt a lot on the mirrors. This is probably the better side. Don't be afraid to cut it. That's, you know, you're going to get a lot less wrinkles if you cut it. I didn't really finish some of this very well, but yeah, I think that's the biggest mistake I made with the wing. Is I should have just cut it so I could pull all the material out this way. But instead I tried to cramp a whole bunch more in. So anyway, I'll end up having to cut that out and I'll just do a single piece. But yeah, should have just cut it. And then yeah, this mirror I'm not as happy with it as the other one. Fair few wrinkles on the edge. And the finish on the inside's much worse, but it's done. So now we've only got 4 panels left, 2 front guards, the front bar, which is going to be a nightmare, and then the other rear guard. And that's where we're at. Alright, there's only 2 panels left. This is going to be a nightmare. And it's just the other side front guard, and then we're all done. All right, we did actually end up fixing the wing. You sort of learn how to do it at the end with the knifeless tape to get a good seam. Would I do it again? Yeah, it's just not right now. It's a bit of an emotional process after a couple of days of doing it. Definitely need someone. I've got to thank Sasha. It would have been a much worse process all by myself. Yeah. Alright, now this is the finished product. I'm not an expert, and my hat goes off to the guys who do this every day as a job. It is fiddly and takes a lot of skill. But as far as the drift car goes, for $1,500, it's pretty good. I can't complain. I think it looks great in the photos, so I'm very happy with the result. Unfortunately, I've already crashed it, so yeah, I've had a few hits already. But the beauty of vinyl is I just have to rewrap those individual panels. So no big loss. That's it. Thanks for watching.